Hello! So today I'm going to show you how to convert your already mounted wood mount sets like this one into a clear mount, like into this one. So this one, as you can see, has already been converted. So let's get started. So what you'll need is a clear mount cling foam or easy mount, but Stampin' Up! Actually has in their new catalog the cling foam that you can buy, and you get 2 sheets with the order. So I have one here already pulled out, and then of course your mounted wood sets that you want to convert. So what I like to do, also you want some StazOn ink. This is so that when you convert it, some people, I guess, in some conversion videos you actually can't see the image, but I actually found a way to get the image onto the cling mount or the cling foam and the rubber on so that you know what your image is. So that is what the ink is for. So what you want to do is, what I like to do instead of wasting a whole bunch of foam, because I don't know how big something is to kind of mock measure how big the rubber part is going to be. And I'm going to cut approximately that size. I'm going to want to cut a little bit bigger because you don't want to run out of space, or you don't want to run out of foam. Then you have all this extra rubber sticking out. Okay, so I have my piece, and then what you want to do, this is for stamping your image on before you pull off the rubber part. So what you want to do is, there's actually 2 parts. Make sure that when you're peeling off the part that is not sticky. This is the clinging part that will adhere to the block. So just take that off, and then you get your ink and just lightly tap the stamp on the StazOn ink, because I know sometimes I can overdo it and then the image will get messy everywhere, and I don't want to do that on the cling foam. So after you have that inked, you want to just stamp the image in the middle, or try your best to get it in the middle like that, and it'll actually take a few minutes to dry. Since that one is drying, I actually have one already made, and we can save some time there waiting. Put that aside. Alright, so once you have your image dried, and as you can see, it does not rub off. And you can't use the classic ink pad. I tried, and it actually, even though it looks really nice, but it smears the image. And so right now this is actually, it doesn't smear. So a neat little trick that I learned from converting is that you want to cut out the image before you put the rubber part on there. Because if you don't, this is one that I made that I didn't. So I left the image on and I put the rubber on there, and then when I cut, it actually leaves this really nasty looking part where the foam is all messed up, and I'm a perfectionist, so this bothers me. But if you cut it before you mount it, then you get a nice clean image like this. Well, as clean as we can get when we trim. So what you want to do is trim your image. Kind of look at how big the rubber will be. I mean, this is a lot of eyeballing, I know, but that's the best we can do for now. Okay, so we have our image trimmed, and another great reason why we trim it before we pull it off is that when it's pulled off the sticky stuff, it makes it really hard to cut, and it gets your scissors like super sticky. I mean, it's sticky now, but not as bad. Okay, so once we have it cut, in order to take the rubber part off, and this is the part where many people get scared of, but it's actually really easy. So what you want to do is just get a hold of the piece of, oh, this one's even super easier. So get a hold of a piece of rubber, and then hold the foamy part down, and then you just pull it right off. Some of them come out really clean, like this one, it's not even sticky. And then there's your old block. And so here is the rubber part. So what I like to do is, instead of putting the rubber part onto my foam, I'm going to put my foam onto the rubber part. That way I can kind of see it. And usually I cut it the foam, I cut a little bit smaller than the rubber, because for this one I didn't, and you have all this extra foam sticking out that I think I'm going to get ink on. So then you're just going to place your foam, try to center it, and make sure it's on right side up. And then there you have it, your good cling mount. And here's a block. You put it on, and voila.
I'm a new soul, I came to this strange world hoping I could learn a bit about how to give and take. But since I came